What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Barbell Brigade Talk Show. I'm Nadeem.
I'm Mike.
Hi, guys.
I'm Stacey.
Shut the
front door.
Yeah. I'm not going to curse on this channel.
Me neither.
You guys cursed so much the other episodes.
Yeah,
We did?
Not much. I did a little
Not
bit.
much.
I
but
curse a lot.
I can go no
I
cursing.
curse on my channel.
I don't curse on my channel.
I can try.
Try it.
Okay, I'm going to try.
We're gonna make a dollar jar every time you curse.
Stacey,
Yes.
do you only, or do you,
Ooh, I'm nervous. Ooh. What is this?
would you only date a guy that lifts?
Oh, no.
No?
No. Oh, my gosh.
Because this goes also for you. Would you date a girl
guy that lifts?
No, a girl that lifts.
Would you date only a girl that lifts?
Go. You go first, and then I go.
Okay, I'll go first. This is a really good topic, you guys. I feel like I'm on my channel.
Because for me, the reason I ask is because you're obviously fit. The tall thing, I think that's a guy's confidence thing, right?
Right.
And a girl's confidence thing.
A girl's confidence thing, right? But like when a lot of people see you and say they want to hit on you, or they want to send you a DM, or see you at the gym, or like at the gym it makes sense, but say just see you online, they're like, if they don't lift or whatever, like they're like, okay, this girl, if she's this fit,
She needs a fit guy.
she needs a fit guy.
Well, I think that's a misconception of people because fitness is just one part of my life. And I have so many other parts of my life. So I currently have a boyfriend and he didn't go to the gym before I met him. And people were like, what? Like, especially, it's so funny because every time I post a picture of my boyfriend on my Instagram, dudes are like, he doesn't even lift. And I'm like, bitch, you're buff as fuck and I would never look your way. Like, honestly, muscles have nothing to do with it. Because as long as you're like funny and you're, you know, like good looking to me and you're good to me, then that's all I care about. And fitness is not 100% of my life. Like there's so many other things that we're compatible with that are important to me. And it's crazy to me how some guys, not all, can be so one track minded that they're
guys are
like,
idiots.
Well, guys are idiots, but it's also like we did another podcast where we basically talked about why we got into lifting, and the basic thing was for bitches, like, or that's in quotes.
Who cursed?
You said that.
I said that's what kids say.
No,
Look.
we were like, what? Because it was like bitches, and he screamed it for females, right? But for girls, and
Well,
it's like it's true where a lot
That's
of
because guys are dumb and guys are shallow.
I think you guys should know, like, yeah, it's been scientifically proven that guys are visual.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
like what you see. Us women were emotional. Most of us.
we
And
like what we feel.
yeah, we like how we feel,
Yeah.
right? And so a lot of guys, and dude, I've dated dudes that were buff as fuck and that were really good looking that everybody was like, oh my God, perfect couple. And I was like, you're fucking dumb. Like, I cannot have any sort of conversation with you because all you
why are you
think
pointing
about
over
is
here?
a motherfucking gym. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I cursed. Damn it.
See, I'm the only one. I win. Last one not to curse.
Oh man. But anyway, yeah, it makes no sense to me. And yeah, guys are like to me, I'd rather you be a way cool dude and not even go to the gym. We can go hiking, we can go fucking ice skating, we can go to the beach. But like, it's a misconception that men have that you have to be buff and you have to look a certain way to get the hot chick or
Yeah.
to get the chick that you like. Just be fucking cool, dude. You don't need to be that buff.
So I'm opposite, I would say, for two reasons. There's two reasons why I do like people that are into some kind of fitness or that work out. One is what I find attractive. I just find someone who's fit and athletic attractive. I don't know if it's because I grew up playing sports or whatever.
Right. Who
but
doesn't like a good looking chick?
Right, that's just what I like, and you don't have to like that. You don't have to. That's just what I like. I like, and then two is the mental aspect, which I think I'm going to turn Stacey to get to my side here. Is that someone who tends to have nice hair, someone who tends to dress nice, someone who tends to work out and care for their body, obviously has some kind of more self-love or appreciation for their life, and so that aspect of someone's responsibility and discipline to work out to build that type of body, the mental aspect and personality, I know that comes with the quote unquote grind of the gym. I also find attractive. So those two things fit with me.
But then there's also the side of I could take that because I've met many more people that are like that where they care too much or they do that.
Right. And I think there's a fine middle because
you've learned that on the first date. I'm not saying I like every girl that works out.
Right.
But I'm saying,
and I
like
said,
girls?
like, I don't give a fuck if you're buff. now my current partner, like he plays volleyball, he's a coach, you know what I mean? So he has
He's active.
Yeah, he takes care of himself and he looks fucking good to me. You know, he's not out here like every other buff dude that people expect me to be with, you know, because on the internet people expect me to be with some sort of guy that fits what they want me to be with. You know, so I definitely think you have to have some sort of self-love to take care of yourself. Do yoga, fucking jujitsu,
So you need them to be active. You don't need them to lift.
I just need you to love yourself.
And so when I took the question, I just meant
you need them to be buff.
No. When I took the question, no, the opposite. Just move.
When
I say that, right? Because I don't need a girl that power lifts. I need a girl that
does
looks,
something.
like what I said. I said an athlete, someone that moves.
For
if
you,
you want to hike, swim.
Once the guy's like not active at all.
What type of guys are not active at all?
No, I'm saying like say he didn't do any of that stuff. He wasn't a volleyball.
I just think. Well, I mean, it's just so different, right? Because, for example, like I personally am attracted to like a slimmer type of body, right? Like tall and slim. That's what I like. So I don't know.
Why'd you raise your hand?
Twitching my shoulder.
I just and like also with working out or having some sort of routine, I think you learn to be responsible for yourself. You, like you said, you do love yourself. You take better care of yourself. I don't think I can be with someone who would absolutely just lay down and not want to do anything, you know?
Yeah.
That's also
I took it as like somebody who looks buff and goes to the gym to like lift weights.
I mean, you could take it anyway. I think that's kind of like what I meant at the beginning. Like,
yeah, but
like
now we've turned it to something bigger.
Because it's different for us compared to you. Because it's like there's a guy's aspect where it's like my goal is I want to get jacked. I want to look good for what I think looks good, right? Mm-hmm. The more I learn about females, they don't give a shit about that, right?
Honestly, we don't.
Go read some Shakespeare.
But then the thing is,
honestly,
like,
yeah, send me flowers.
I'm still trying to do that for my perspective, right?
Yeah, and you should, right? Like, for example, like I work out because I like to look good for myself. And, you know, of course, my boyfriend wasn't like, oh my God, you look you know what I mean? Of course, he enjoys it and he likes that I look this way, you know? And you should want to look good for yourself. And the more you do that, the more attracted females will be to you, because they'll be like, here's this dude who's doing whatever the fuck he wants, and he shows work ethic, he shows responsibility, and he shows things that are attractive to me.
I'm so self-aware, I think, in so many ways, and I'm still there's like a habit or like an instinctual thing of a guy that I'm still such an idiot. Like I know, and I've known for 10 years, probably since my early 20s, like girls don't care about abs, girls don't care about bicep veins, they don't care what you bench. I know this. But still, it'll be in your head like, man, if I was a little buffer, this girl would give me some attention. Like, still, if I was a little more jacked, maybe if I squatted 600.
There's always that thing, because then, like, one of the things I always think about is, kind of like you were saying, guys are more
visual,
stupid in the sense where it's visual, right? Where they get turned on visually. If you want to break it down into like the science of it and like all those things, it's like, you want to find the perfect match, you want to do that, like all that stuff. But it's like girls go based off emotion. That's why you always see like a super hot female with a okay looking dude, or even an ugly looking dude. But it's hard to see the other side.
He's got a beautiful soul.
It does happen where you see very rarely, but it's more of the time where you see a good looking, okay looking guy with a really hot girl, but you don't see a really hot looking guy.
I'm no doctor, but I have some hypotheses.
Go ahead.
One.
You mean hypotenuse?
A guy wants a physically fit girl because a guy's goal is for their spawn to live forever.
Right.
Yeah.
And so if I get Mamacita over here with the cakes, the peaches, and the abs, our baby's going to be a warrior, and we're going to live for a long time. A lady wants a man that'll stick around.
And to take care of her.
And to take care of her child.
Yeah.
So she's going to go with Humpty Dumpty Doo, Fatso over here, because he's got a nice soul and he's not leaving.
And not even that. Like, I just think that, you do want, like, I'm not here, like, for example, when I see a super good looking dude and who's like super buff and who, has health followers.
You still find it attractive, right?
I mean, I look, but I'm like, okay, perfect example. On Twitter, there's this guy that's like going viral because he makes ice cream, but when he makes it, he's like all fucking sexual with it. And girls are like, you need to see it. But girls are like, oh my God, this is so fucking fine. And I looked at it and I was like, he looks like a fucking douchebag. Yeah. Like, I would never talk to this guy ever.
Like first of all,
yeah, it's fucking
He's working at Cold Stone?
Yeah, like literally. I'm like, dude, I don't want my ice cream no more.
I'm uncomfortable.
For the girls, and then Nadeem orders.
Right. And I think a lot of times.
Hey, that's fucked up,
Where's
man.
my dance?
Well, I think a lot of times, like, for example, I just went to a volleyball tournament, right, to watch my boyfriend. And there was this group, this team of guys, really good looking, really buff, you know, really ripped. And, like, the whole team was like that, right? And they were speaking Spanish. I found out they were Puerto Rican, really fine. Okay, the hottest guy there, you know, by the book.
The water boy.
No, he had a girlfriend there, and she was like this tiny, skinny white girl. Like, nothing wrong if you're that type of girl, you know, but I just would never picture that.
Yeah.
And then my sister and I were talking about it, and we're like, wow, she probably thinks she has like the greatest thing alive. And to me, it's like, I don't want to feel like my man is the greatest thing alive, even though, you know, I do. I want him to feel that way about me, you know. And I think
Why not both ways?
no, both ways works, but a man always has to love you more, always, because men. It's been shown that men are visual, and men will go because look,
definitely men are visual. So like in terms of like my preference, like I don't have to have a girl that lists, right? I prefer. Well, I mean, I try not to set these like limits on myself because you never know who you're gonna fall in love with, right?
You don't.
But in terms of what I've met and like, cause I'm around the gym so much and like the people I've been meeting there, and they're all super dope. But it's like, if you're that into like the lifting and all that stuff, that's heavily based off of what you think about and what you do and all that stuff. And it's like, yeah, like you go into it, other things, but it's like, I prefer someone that doesn't share that interest. So maybe I could bring them into that,
yeah,
and then they could bring me into something else,
yeah,
right? But it's also just going through it, like the type of girls that I've been into now, because it changes all the time. Because before I used to be like, they have to be fit.
You're still young. People don't may not know.
Yeah. But it's also just like, because what was the thing you were saying in terms of?
I feel men have to be more attracted to women.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it goes both ways in terms of like, there's that level of respect for both ways.
Right. There's definitely a level of respect for both ways, but I definitely think men, and you guys said this first, men can be a little bit silly and not smart, right? So sometimes blood rushes to their other head, and then they'll let that guide them through life.
Yeah.
And so when a man loves you more than you love him, you know, then he'll start to think with this head more than that one. If you are constantly having to be like, no, I love you, please don't leave me, don't leave me, don't leave me, like don't cheat on me, there's nothing tying him to you. The love you find for that female has to be so strong that you don't want to be with any other female. Because us as women, the majority of us, just because we're with you, we will be faithful. Like, I'm with you, I don't have to step out of that, you know?
You think you're saying guys cheat more?
100%.
I wish I could get some real stats on that.
I'm sure.
I've heard the opposite.
I don't think you can get real stats because humans lie.
I think humans lie, but at least I can speak for the Mexican community as fuck. Women are faithful. We are very faithful women. Even if we don't love you, even if, you know, like the love died down. No, I'm serious, because people get married and then things change, you know?
Yeah.
Women will stay in
change.
You're thinking religious, cultural
for
pressure.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. Like, we will stay in a marriage regardless of a lot of things. And here, like, you know, we will put up with cheating, we will put up with other things just because to save the marriage, you know?
Yeah. That's an old school
way of thinking. Yeah, and
Catholicism.
Yeah, and maybe I have some of that with me, but in my culture, I think if the man loves you more, then he's less likely to do those things, you know?
Well, I just think it goes both ways in terms of like, you gotta have both, because I feel like it's just, if you're unhappy, you're gonna find ways to be happy, and it's like nothing's gonna set you in stone. I think in terms of being attracted to someone, like, I think the biggest thing is, for me, it's I'm not trying to be like how do you say, I'm not trying to like boast or anything, but like, I've showed you girls that I've talked to, like,
weird
everyone
flex. Here he goes.
Everyone's like, why the fuck are they telling you you're ugly? And I'm like, I have no idea. I don't know why these girls like me, and that's fucked me up for so many times, because I was like, they're way out of my league, and I get friend zoned.
There's no leagues in life. I don't believe there's leagues.
So now I'm learning that, right? But because of that, it's like, I would friend zone myself. That's not the point of it, but the point I'm saying is, no matter how hot they are, if I don't vibe with them, then they become ugly to me.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's 100%. Like, you can find,
but
like,
would you still smash?
Oh, no, I mean, I'd smash a lot of things, you know?
Right. And that's the point. Us women, at least I can speak for myself. If I don't have a mental connection with you, I'm not going to smash. Like, I don't find, like, nothing happens.
Can we not say smash anymore?
But then it comes down to personal, because a lot of the guys I know.
Smash?
that are like these guys that you would think.
2 slices of bread.
And it's true for throughout thing. But I'm not saying anything, but it's also on the same
I need
talk
Bart
about like,
back here. I can't keep up
Yeah.
with you 2 youngins.
But I know girls with more head counts than guys.
Right,
Like,
and
most
that
of
has
the girls-
nothing to do with it.
Head
But
count.
that's what I'm saying in terms
That
of like
has
smashing.
nothing to do with it. What I mean is because
In terms of
girls have more
attracting?
opportunity to do that. So
Yeah.
if there's a girl who doesn't mind doing that, she's gonna go out and do whatever she wants, you know. But what I mean is like if a guy given the opportunity can sleep with 50 women, he'll sleep with 49.
Yeah, girls wouldn't do that.
Yeah, girls, if I have the opportunity to sleep with 50 men and they like go like from weight and
Or
height
one guy 50
and like
times.
and like ugly or whatever, then I'm only gonna sleep with 1 to 2, and
Right.
that's, you know, because I like the way he talked or he was funny or we had a connection, you know.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think the basic like thing we're all talking about is be attracted to who you want to be attracted to. Don't set up limits. Correct me if
Yeah.
I'm wrong, right?
Yeah. Head count. Smash.
If you find someone that you find attractive, make sure that you can actually stand them and like them for who they are, and that will push the relationship being.
How cute.
Why is this cute?
You're like, look, you guys, just be
Oh,
attracted to whoever. Like, don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
literally,
that's
so
the
many
thing.
people were like, that's your boyfriend, bitch. Yeah, that's my
Well,
fucking
'cause,
boyfriend.
well, I mean, I think the reason I'm saying is because a lot of times there was that social issue of like you gotta talk to like the fit chick,
for
especially
sure.
because we're around
Or only
fitness,
get
so-
a hot
And look,
girlfriend
the
or-
majority of our viewers are probably younger.
Yeah.
You're going to date a lot before you find what you really, really like. And just give yourself the opportunity to date anyone and everyone who
Or
you find attractive.
The best way, because the way we had to learn is don't listen to anything we said. Make the mistakes for yourself, and then you'll figure out who you like and who you don't like.
Let us know.
Yeah.